everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel AI Stories by Anjali. In this video, we are going to discuss about the phases of a data science project. So let us dive deep into the video. In its simpler term, a data science project consists of the following 8 phases. The first phase is business problem statement and the next is data collection and coming to the data preparation, which is also called as data pre-processing. In this phase, we will do basic data cleaning as well as data transformation. And the next phase is exploratory data analysis. In its short form, we will call it as EDA. And the next phase is data modeling. And we have data evolution as well as model deployment. And in the final phase, we will do monitoring and provide maintenance support. And also, based on the client feedback, we will make continuous improvements in its iteration. Let us discuss each of these phases in the detail. The first step is business problem statement. For any project, we have to make sure whatever the problem that we are dealing with should clearly understand. However, in a particular business problem, we have to make sure what are the client requirements and should be detailed and also should be described. For example, I will going to talk about a simple example in this video, that is in the current world we are facing recession. And not only in the USA, we have multiple countries that are facing this global issue. So how we can predict the recession factor in current situation? So this is one of the interesting problem statement that we will discuss. So in this video, we will discuss how we can do this in each of these phases in theoretical. However, I am going to find the sources for this particular thing from the websites, and then we will do in the practical in our further videos. So let us discuss this in the theoretical concept wise. So first thing is the problem statement will have the basic understanding of the requirements from the client, and the tools that are used for this phase are a Jira tool or Trello, and there are multiple tools that are available. However, these two are the most popular tools in the current world. The next phase is a data collection. So in the data collection, all the data sources are identified and are gathered from the internal as well as external sources. How you can say whether the particular source is an internal or external? For example, in some problem statements, we have to make sure we have to seek some permissions from a particular organization for getting the data. So that is called as an internal data source. And external data sources involves scraping of the websites and also collecting the data from the devices like IoT, etc. That is sensors, etc. However, the tools that are involved in this involves databases, querying, as well as some scraping tools like Selenium, Beautiful Soup, or ScrapeEye. And also we can use APIs, application programming interface, for accessing the data from external data resources. So this is the phase where we have to make sure all the data is collected and kept in one place. Next, coming to the phase that is the data preparation. So what is data preparation? So in its simpler terms, we have to prepare the data before we are applying our model, because all the models cannot be applied to the raw data. So whatever the data that we are collected from the different sources is consisting of some noise, some missing values and outliers. So we have to make sure all these have been cleaned thoroughly and before we are going to apply the model. So that is the basic thing that we are doing in this particular step. And coming to the tools, we are using Python libraries such as Pandas and some simple Excel for data pre-processing. Next phase is exploratory data analysis. So this phase is mainly about understanding the data. That means extracting the patterns from the data. So in this particular phase, we will do some data visualizations as well as some correlation graphs, etc., for understanding more about the data. So this phase consists of tools like Python libraries, Seaborn, Matplotlib, Plotly for data visualization. However, you can also use some tools available in the market like Microsoft Power BI, Tableau, etc., for the exploratory data analysis. Next phase is a data modeling. So data modeling is basically applying the machine learning models for a particular data set. For example, you have multiple machine learning models in the current world. So you have to choose which model that you are going to apply, what type of particular problem that you are dealing, and which model is applied for your particular data set. So all these things should be clearly understand whenever you are doing this phase. So this will come based on our understanding about that particular problem. So don't worry about that. We will be discussing all in practically in our further videos. Coming to the tools that involved in this phase, we are using multiple machine learning algorithms. So there are various libraries that you can use in this phase. However, I will discuss a simple and most popular one, that is scikit-learn, which is one of the popular library in Python, and also TensorFlow, PyTorch, Keras is also one of the good library, etc. And also we can use R language model for statistical modeling. Next phase is the data evaluation. So whatever the model that you have built, you have to evaluate it to see how far our model is correct. So this is nothing but the evaluation phase of our data science project. Tools that are used in data evaluation. There are multiple tools that are used in data evaluation phase. Those involves scikit-learn metrics, which consists of accuracy, precision, and also F1 score, etc. However, you can use some simple formulas by using the Python code for calculating these metrics. But it is very good to use the libraries because it will reduce our code as well as improve our performance. So this is one of the important thing that you should remember in doing any project, because everything that we have to consider whenever you are doing coding is optimization and improving the performance. Next thing is model deployment. So what is deployment? Whenever a particular product or particular thing has been made, we have to deploy it. So we have to make sure the deployment phase is correctly properly enhanced, and make sure it is available to our client. So in this model deployment, we are using multiple libraries that are Flask and Django. However, you can also use APIs and CI/CD tools like Docker, and also the most popular thing is using of cloud platforms. However, there are multiple cloud platforms available in the world. The most popular one are AWS, Google Cloud Platform, GCP, as well as Microsoft Azure. But in recent times, many of the companies have been switching towards continuous integration and continuous deployment. And also the auto MLOps and MLOps have been growing in demand. We will also discuss about those concepts in our further videos. Next phase is monitoring and maintenance. So in this phase, we will just do monitoring as well as provide the maintenance support for the model which we have already deployed. So in this phase, we have to make sure all the documentation has been correctly followed and communicated clearly, and also based on the feedback from the client, we will do some improvements in the iteration wise. So these are very important steps that we should be considered in this phase. However, we have to follow some guidelines and principles because there are multiple things that are hidden inside our product, and if we have properly documented and clearly specified whatever the product that we have been delivering to the client, they can easily understand and use our product. So we have to make sure these things have been clearly done. And also there are multiple tools that you can use in this phase. However, the most popular one are Graphene, Latex, and simple Word document, and sometimes we will use OneNote, and there are wider variety of tools. However, based on your company or based on the thing that you are a more like what you are more equipped with, you can use those tools. I hope you understand this video. So whatever the doubts that you have, you can comment me in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching the video.